Hail, and welcome to the show. I'm Not Bad for a Dad, and I'm here to showcase my first build guide. And this will be using a Abyssal Berserker, and running some Caustic Arrow and Essence Drain for DPS. And I use Caustic Arrow to clear packs, while I use Essence Drain for single target and bosses. Although I believe that they can be used interchangeably if you don't like weapon swaps. Let's go over the gear real quick. I'm running a rare helmet with Caustic Arrow Radius, with my Caustic Arrow setup. I have a +3 bow, with a quiver for an extra arrow. Just adds a little bit of quality of life and clear speed. I'm running a Kintsugi for the defense. I don't know why I decided to go evasion with this build, but I suppose it could be run as life or even CI. I have a rare pair of gloves, life and resists. Rare belt, life and resists. I'm running a series step, just because I wanted some extra spell dodge. It's really helpful with the breach mechanics if you can dodge spells. Since I'm taking acrobatics and phase acro, I figured it'd help. Another rare with life and resists. Nothing really special. This is a pretty decent amulet that I rolled with an Envy essence, and it just happened to roll life and % evasion. And then on my weapon swap, I'm running a +1 bow with decay on it, with a drill neck, and I just use the drill neck because it has life, and the pierce chance actually raises the damage on my essence drain pretty significantly. Okay, and so now let's go over links. With Caustic Arrow, I'm running it in a 5-link with Empower, Void Manipulation, Slower Proj, and Rapid Decay. And with my Essence Drain, I'm running it in a 6-link with Rapid Decay, Empower, Void Manipulation, Controlled Destruction, and Pierce. In my helmet, I have a Wither Totem setup. Running Wither, Spell Totem, faster casting, and increased duration. Pretty standard. In my gloves, I'm running Cast when damage taken, Immortal Call, increased duration, and then I also run my Vol Grace here to take advantage of it. In my boots, I have my Aura setup. And the reason I have these 2 white links, it's actually intentional, is because I like to swap out auras based off of the map I'm running. For example, if I'm running a hexproof map, I obviously take off my Enfeeble and my Temp Chains, and I'll put in Arctic Armor and Grace, for example. And those are both green links, and so I wouldn't be able to use it with... I would have to swap the colors on this if I was going to do that normally. And then I'm also running Blasphemy for my curses and an Enlighten. In my chest armor, this is kind of what makes the build come together, is my Abyssal Cry. I leave it at level 1 because it doesn't scale level in terms of damage. I run Added Chaos, Poison, Void Manipulation, and Increased Area of Effect. Now, Added Chaos can be swapped out for rarity, or it can be dropped if you want to run it in a 4-link, no problem. I just like it a little bit to help with bosses that spawn kind of weak adds. The Added Chaos on low life, these kind of weaker adds during boss fights actually really helps with clear speed. And I can talk a little bit about the interactions right now. The reason I'm running it as a Berserker is because the Ascendancy Warbringer, this recovers 25% of life and mana when you use a Warcry, which is just, it's a nice amount of sustain for your average chaos damage build. which can sometimes struggle with life leech. It's basically running this is like running a third seething flask, except that it's stronger and it doesn't require the use of charges on it. So I run Rite of Ruin to kind of offset the increased damage from Aspect of Carnage that you take, and also the Cannot Stun is pretty good even on a life build once you get to tier 14, tier 15 maps. Brave the Slaughter, this is just, you really don't notice it unless you're like running around in town or moving around in the labyrinth. But you take it because you want to get to the Aspect of Carnage, which is 40% more damage, and 40% more damage is kind of a big deal for chaos damage and poison damage builds, because the 40% more damage double dips with both the initial hit and the poison. You zoom out, you can look at the tree. I take life nodes here and here, area of effect. I take dual curses, that way I can run temp chains and enfeeble for maximum defense. I run these chaos nodes here, life, some more area of effect. I take these jewel sockets. You could just get life run resists if you want. Come over here and grab Written in Blood on your way to atrophy, more chaos damage. More chaos damage here. And I made my way over to acrobatics and phase acro. To be honest, you could drop this entire part of the tree if you wanted to run it as armor, or maybe run it as a Calm's Heart and not worry about acrobatics. My jewels provide chaos damage and area damage when I can, which helps for Abyssal Cry. Chaos damage, life, and resists. When it's life and resists. Chaos damage, area damage. Chaos damage and area damage. So that's the tree. And so basically the playstyle is, depending on whether you're running it for, mass clear speed, or you're taking down a lot of hard targets like rares or unique monsters, you're going to use a different weapon swap for each. I run Caustic Arrow to clear trash, as you'll see in a Dried Lake run. For monsters like these, the Abyssal Cry isn't really needed. Kind of runs just like a Caustic Arrow build. But you can use it to clear packs of blues or packs of rares in it. This. You can use it to clear bosses.
Of a forgotten time.
So this is how the build runs in a Merciless Dried Lake. Let's take it to maps. Let's find something. Tier 14, Shaped Promenade. Yeah, we can run that. Less curse duration, more life, can't be stunned, twinned. I think we can run that. One of the nice things about this build is that your map restrictions are very low. You don't really have anything that you can't run. I try to avoid things like temp chains, and because it's just really irritating, to be honest. Okay, so this has the cartographer sextant that adds converting monsters. So those little totems are. Oh, I don't even have my curses on. Whoops. Get those up and running. So for a hard target like this, it's actually kind of nice to just swap to Essence Drain and just take them out fast. You don't have to wait around for that silly degen. And then you can also use Essence Drain for just clearing trash if you want. Holy moly. And now you can see why I like the weapon swap for Caustic Arrow, because the persistent degen that sits on the ground really helps in a defensive sense as well, because it lets you kind of fire and then forget while you dodge mechanics, you dodge projectiles, etc. One of the map mods that's kind of a buzzkill, honestly, to run is increased area of effect. A lot of our damage comes from overlapping explosions from Abyssal Cry. So running reduced area of effect actually lowers your clear speed pretty significantly. We're gonna pop our Vol Grace here for the boss and just kite them around inside the degen field. Kind of chaotic with all these little totems running around. I think it's safe to say that they are dead. Very little personal risk with monster life when reduced curse effectiveness. Anyway, that's how the build runs, and if you have any questions you want to ask me, feel free to drop a comment below, and hopefully I will be releasing more videos like this. I've been able to do all of the Guardians with this build. Actually, the first time I've been able to run any of the Guardians with any build. And it's just been a real blast. I'll also load some videos of some of the fights I've had with the Guardians. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.